16th of April, 1:26 p.m., Windibank's pawnbrokery. So Windibank is dead. He's the victim of this case. Here we are again at the scene of the crime. Now to thrust these representation papers into Gregson's face and see what it makes of them. Hello again, Inspector. Do you have a minute, please?
What is it now? You should go home and get some rest.
Here you are, Gregsy. Here are the representation papers.
Your ladyship! Oh! I don't believe it. How the devil did you get that stubborn little ragabash to sign that? Oh, I salute you. That is good work, that is.
Good man, he's supporting us. I can see you've been very busy here as well. How about some tea? It's a special blend designed to relieve fatigue. Retrieve fatigue. Glug, 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 glug. His poor throat. It must be burned to cinders.
Oh, lovely. Well, let's see now. Yes, yes, I hardly feel tired at all. Oh, I'm as fit as a fiddle, your ladyship.
Would it be alright if we investigated the scene of the crime, then?
Do as you please. You know where it happened. Through the door behind the counter.
Okay, but this is technically the crime scene, too, so... Yeah, the storeroom. That's where I discovered Mr. Windibank and Gina. Because Gina is the suspect, if you remember.
Well, I'll be getting back to business then.
Will you be investigating the storeroom as well, Inspector?
If I'm perfectly honest, we need to wrap this up before long. Can't afford to spend too much time on it. But there are so many articles to go through, it's taking forever, even with the lads working around the clock. Which is a problem, because there's another case the yard needs to investigate urgently.
That must be what Lord Strongheart meant by far more serious matters before.
So what I'm saying is, don't get under my feet, sunshine.
I like how he calls us sunshine. That's kind of nice. Come then, let's not waste any more time. Yeah, except I don't want to go in there first because there's stuff in here. Like the thing I was going to look at last time, but we got cut off. Like this. Oh, look here. This is big. Oh, yes, a bullet hole. And I can see the bullet is still lodged in the wall. Presumably, Mr. Windibank wasn't practicing with this revolver in his spare time. Yeah. Probably, since there's blood and everything on it, though. Ah, well... Mr. Sholmes likes to practice in his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that. Sorry? It's all there in the adventure of Sherlock Sholmes, you know. Isn't that right, Iris? Did I write something like that? Partly in jest, perhaps? In jest? In jest? Well, we didn't do it often. It's quite dangerous. It's a quite dangerous pastime. He doesn't do it often? He shouldn't even do it once. Forget that for now, Bruno. Let's examine this bullet. Alright, let's do it. So, why is there blood on it, though? That's the question. Was someone pinned up against the wall? Was someone else shot, perhaps? What's that around the bullet hole? Blood. Is it blood? No, it's like grape juice. Suspicious red stain on the calendar. Aha! I may be able to help with that! What? There's nothing like the sight of blood to get the blood pump against that Rudo! I have a feeling I'm not as bloody-minded as you, Iris. I hope I'm saying your name right. I hope it's not Iris. I think it's Iris. I'm afraid the sight of blood makes my blood run cold. There you have it, you see? When it comes to blood, we're all different types. Yeah, what a scientific observation. So you need this! Oh no, what is that scary looking thing? Hurley and I haven't actually come up with a name for it yet. But as soon as you see it in action, you'll understand what it does.
Watch.
Green blood. Green. It's oxidized the blood and made it green, like copper.
Like the coppers.
Oh, the color of the blood stain has changed. There, does it make sense now? Yeah, I think I'm starting to understand. It's gonna be different colored blood, right? It'll like everyone's blood is a different type, right? Good, it works on the principle that different people have different types of blood, you see. Yes, how wonderful. The chemical it fires combines with the blood and makes it change color. So you can identify whose blood it is that you're looking at. In a flash. Oh, what a fabulous invention, Iris. Isn't it? I bet Ginny would say it's bleeding great. Bleeding great. So, whose blood are we looking at then? Well, we don't know that. We just know what the type is. We know it's green type. Well, all the chemical does is turn the blood different colors, so... Just find someone whose blood turns the same color, and you'll know who it belongs to. In a flash. Well, not really. Not necessarily, because people can have the same blood type. Right? But... And there's only so many colors, so... It's more like 2 flashes, really, isn't it? 1 flash or 2, this could well turn out to be a very valuable clue. We must make note of it in the court record. Yeah, so that's good. We just need to figure out everyone's blood color. Let's keep testing and adding results to any blood analysis to the portfolio. As long as I have a regent left, sure. Regent. Okay, what else can I look at here? I can look at this again. Green blood. It just seems wrong somehow. Oh, there are all sorts of different colors. There are pretty pinks and purples too, you know. Like I said, everyone's blood is different. Wonder what color my blood would turn out. Actually, I don't really want to know. Yeah, why not? Coward. What is this? Am I looking at a cactus or the cop? Oh yeah, okay. The officer has been staring intently at the wall before we came in here.
So keep it down.
Oh, sorry.
There's a major clue just here.
Really? Then we must call Gregsy at once?
But as soon as I report it, that'll be it. I'll be stuck here even longer.
Stuck here? What do you mean?
I haven't been home in 2 days already. I need another constable to relieve me and take over for my shift.
Ah, they really have a tough time, the British police. What was the clue? I want the clue. Doesn't stop us investigating, though, does it? No, I suppose not. Fairly sure it was the calendar he was peering at. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's looking directly at it. Okay. We can look at this. This was the camera, wasn't it? Or no, the camera is somewhere that I don't know. I'm fairly sure this contraption was here yesterday as well. Here we are, though I'm not confident I can get it closed again. Oh yes, that's a folding stereoscope. Really? This is a stereoscope? Mr. Shom showed us a picture yesterday that you were supposed to be able to see in 3 dimensions. But for that, he used the great big contraption over there. Ah, well, that's for use in public houses and places like that. It contains a carousel with all sorts of pictures inside. But this little thing is a much simpler design for use at home. There are special shops selling prints that you could use in them. I have a little collection myself. I wonder if I could make money out of these in Japan. It would beat keeping my toilets, wait, what? It would beat keeping my toilets sparkling clean anyway. What? Yeah, man. Yeah. You're right, Ryunosuke. This is that strange contraption that lets you see pictures of things like they're right in front of your eyes. It makes you think. When Mr. Sholmes gleefully showed it to us yesterday, we were blissfully unaware that any of this was about to happen. Yeah. So where is the actual camera thing? There's a bunch of clocks. Okay, the music player, sorry. That's a music box. Do you have them where you come from, Runo? Yeah, but I've never seen one as large as this in Japan. Oh, well, this will be a treat. Shall we have a listen? Yeah. This song slaps. What do you think? It's a pretty sound. It's a beautiful sound, yeah, but it's a little hard to enjoy when all the policemen in the room are giving you fierce looks. Never mind that. If any of them say anything, I'll tell Gregsy to have a word. Iris Wilson, Superintendent of Scotland Yard. I thought this said Super Nintendo of Scotland Yard. Yeah, imagine like someone is dead and you're just playing music, like nothing's happening. That's pretty awkward. These shelves, well, it's for evidence, of course. It's for research. These shelves are where the pawnbroker puts articles that have been forfeited on display for customers to buy. Yeah, it's a really strange miscellany, isn't it? Miscellany, is it? Isn't it? I mean, who would buy this horse statue, for example? Well, sometimes you can find some real treasures among all the junk, you know. You know, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Are you alright, Bruno? Oh, it's just, well, it looks like a collection of useless junk as a whole, but when you pick out individual things, you can't help wishing you own them, even that horse statue. That's exactly how the pawnbroker works. You're very clever. Or they're very clever, not you're very clever. You're like stupid. You're the dumbest. I was gonna say stupidest, but stupidest makes you look stupid if you say it. The police are scouring every inch of this place by the look of it.
Instructions from the yard to examine every article in the shop and every ledger and bank of accounts.
Every article? But that's a ridiculous amount of work, surely.
We've already had at it. Ever since the shop was declared a crime scene in the early hours. We're stifling through all the shifts at least, but still. We'll be working through the night, that's for sure. And then we'll barely have searched the surface.
Crime in a pawnbroker's. It must be every policeman's worst nightmare.
It's every cop's worst nightmare, you know. A crime in a pawnbroker's.
Yeah, I can believe it. So we've got the back room there. We've got a little bit of... Something is scratched up there. I'm surprised we can't look at that. That's weird. There's the article ledger here and Mr. Windibank's notes and... Huh? What's this? It looks as though someone has left a little photographic print behind and it's identical to the one we have. Wait, where is the one we have? What? Oh, yeah, this is the one we have. Yeah, that's it. It's the exact same. Interesting. Oh, look in the back. There's some writing. Is there? Oh, show us, Susie. Show us. That's the exact same as the one we have, but there's a blood stain on it. Oh, my. 15th of February, 10:30 p.m. Article disposed, one gentleman's overcoat. Loan amount paid, £1. Redemption deadline, 15th of April, 10:13 p.m. 10:30 p.m. A gentleman's overcoat pawned for £1. Clearly, it was a very fine coat. In fact, I think... Yes, this must be the ticket for the overcoat that Ginny redeemed yesterday. And is still wearing, which belonged to Mr. McGildet. I would never have expected the redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of a photograph, though. I almost just said photograph. I'm an idiot. It seems Mr. Windibank would just use whatever piece of paper he happened to have at hand. He's a very bad broker, then. But this photograph of a cat looks very familiar, doesn't it? I'm sure I've seen this exact same picture somewhere else recently. Hey, Math, how's it going?
With the Clint Stevens emote?
Oh, yes, very recently. It's the same as the one Ginny gave us earlier. Of course, I was forgetting that she gave us that print. Well, what are you waiting for then, Mr. Naruhodo? Get it out! All right, let the cogs turn. His cogs are never turning. He needs some WD-40 on those cogs. Wait, no, it's a slightly different picture, I think. The one on the right is looking directly at the camera, and the one on the left is looking slightly to the right from its perspective. They're not exactly the same. They're a little different. Just look at the snowman. The snowman is not really different. But the, oh yeah, it is. It's at a different angle. Because I think the snowman's a little different too. I mean, it's the same snowman, but it's kind of a different angle, I think, maybe? But the cat, or I don't know, maybe I'm just seeing things, but they're exactly the same. She'll say, no, they're not. I've got it! These two photographs hide an amazing secret. The eye of the snowman? Well, wait, I don't know why I'm checking this right now. Look, I'm stupid. I'm kind of stupid. But we gotta put him in... I know what's gonna happen. We're gonna put him in the machine, and we're gonna look at it in 3D. That's what's gonna happen. A secret? What does it mean? You must tell us, Iris, at once. Do you really want to know? Yeah, I need you to tell us all you know about this pair of photographs. Oh yeah, Math, by the way, you missed it. Here's what happened. We came in here... and Ginny was, or you already saw you saw the first part, you didn't see the second part, where, Windibank, this guy, he's dead. He is dead. This guy is dead. Gina is the suspect. This guy, I don't know where he went. The two dudes that looked weird and they had gems, they were in the building as it happened, but they ran away and we couldn't really see them. This guy's almost 100% a villain. I don't know where it's going to come in, probably the second game, but there is no doubt in my mind that he is innocent. Oh yeah, and Mr. Sholmes got shot as well, but he's not dead. He's okay. He's in the hospital. That's what you missed. Okay, let's check this out. Actually, let's talk to you. So, Iris, about these two photographic prints, the one we found here on Mr. Windibank's counter and the one that Gina gave us before, it's a hint. What is this amazing secret you mentioned? Oh yeah, the eye is... Oh yeah, it's definitely a different angle, yeah. You're right. That's hidden between these two identical prints. Actually, that's not quite right. Sorry. If you look carefully, the two prints aren't the same, not exactly. They're not? Nope, they're not. Have another look at them now. Yep, one's taken at a different angle, a slightly different angle. You see that they're just slightly different from each other? I think so. It's very subtle, though. It is very subtle. But I saw it first thing. But what's the reason for the subtle difference between the two prints? Oh, well, it's because they're set, you see. No, I don't. Oh, he's saying no, I don't. I just got a headache. How'd I get a headache? I need water. I'm gonna drink some water. I just got like a headache. It's my senses. It's like, oh, there's something about it. Ah, water. This pair of photographs, wait, actually close my thing, is meant to be used in a stereoscope. Everyone in London is raving about them at the moment. Oh, a stereoscope. Why do I feel as though I've heard that word recently? Because we just looked at one. Oh yes, that's what Mr. Shome showed us yesterday. Yeah, let's plop him in. Let's do this. You see, there it is, just over there. Oh yeah, of course, next to Pinocchio and whoever. The magical machine that makes pictures look almost real to touch. Well, actually, it's quite possible to see the same depth in pictures even without one of those contraptions. What? Really? Do you know a pair of flat photographic prints can appear to have any depth in the first place? Do you know how they can? No, I have no idea. Oh, wonderful! I'll be able to tell you! She's over the moon, bless her. Should we let her explain, though? We really need to carry on investigating the scene. I, for one, simply have to know. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, how do they work? Tell us. Have you ever considered, Bruno, how our eyes see depth in the world around us? It's two of them. We've got two eyes. If we only had one eye, there's no depth, kind of. But it's the two eyes that give it depth. That's how 3D glasses work. If you cover one lens, it'll look 1D, but if you look through both lenses, it'll be 3 dimensions. It's crazy. I just opened them and it works. But the reason it works is because we have two eyes. Two eyes. Shocking. If you try to close one eye at a time, they'll think you'll see straight away. 1D? Well, no, because... Okay, technically... Well, I mean, technically it's all 3D. Because 3-dimension is X, Y, Z, right? 2D is just X and Y. 4D, I don't even know. I saw, like, an ad for 4D for the Eternals, like the Marvel movie. I don't even know what 4D is. Like, what does that mean? We're going through time or something? Like, what? Yeah, 1D is just a line. 2D is vertical and horizontal axis. 3D is vertical, horizontal, and, Z. If you try closing one eye at a time, you'll see it straight away. What do you see with your left eye? And what do you see with your right eye? You see the part of the... with both eyes you see the truth, but one eye you see not the truth, but two you see both. You're ever so slightly different. You get a view with each eye. You can see one side of your nose with one, and your other side with your other eye. Wait. One eye... nose. Yes. You can see one nose with... The position of the object seems to shift slightly. Exactly. In your head, your brain uses that shift to estimate depth as it merges the two visions into one. That's how we can see depth in everything we see. Oh, my brain really is amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me. Ah! I think I see. So a pair of photographs. The pair of photographs consists of a left eye view and a right eye view. Yeah. Is that right? Yeah, it's left too. You're gonna write your web novel, so your book's gonna be free to read again. That's pretty nice. Tell me when it's done. I'll give it a read. Well done, Susie. You're so quick. So if you can persuade your brain to merge the two pictures together in your head, you'd be able to see depth in these prints. Yes, Bruno, you're beginning to understand. And a stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to do just that. Yes, but as long as you have two images, two eyes, and one brain,
You can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all.
You can, really? Cross your eyes! Cross your eyes, I think. Yeah, cross your eyes. It's got oh, everything's written and you gotta upload it. Oh, cool. That's pretty good. That's always nice when you don't need to do any work and you're already done and you just go, well, yeah, awesome.
Let's try it. See if you can view this pair of prints without the help of a stereoscope.
Alright.
We get some time to have a go.
So Zetto-san really loves this kind of thing.
Need to be able to cross your eyes. That's the main thing. Can you both do that?
I can. Cross my eyes? I think I can.
Watch me! And see if you can copy. Make your eyes do this. Let me try. Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo?
This is weird.
How's that? Wonderful. Now's your turn, Runo. The trick is to concentrate your look at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time.
No, I don't do that. I can just do it. I can just do it. But if you have trouble doing that, you gotta use your finger. And you follow your finger. Like, you put your finger out, and then you move forward, and you just keep your eye, and then you cross your eyes. Not exactly an easy task when two people are staring at you cross-eyed. My mom always told me that if you cross your eyes too much, they'll get stuck like that. So I still believe that, even though I know it's not true. So I'm afraid to do it for a long time. It also kind of hurts. Okay, that has nothing. I mean, whatever. All right, enough practice. Try looking at the prints.
Start by staring at one print and slowly crossing your eyes.
It's not really telling us anything.
You should see two overlapping images like this. Try it now, Bruno.
I'm just gonna have to give it a try, I suppose. We could use the machine. That would be easy.
Did the print split into two images for you? Now the next step is to put the pair of prints side by side like this, and then try crossing your eyes again. The prints should slowly merge together until they form a new single image in the center.
Oh yes!
Miss Naruhodo, it works! I can see it in the middle now. It's so real, I can look at it all day.
I wouldn't advise that. Your eyes might start to hurt.
Your turn, Runo.
I'm not actually gonna do it because it hurts my eyes. Pretend you're looking through the pictures across your eyes. Keep adjusting the position of your eyes until the two images overlap exactly in the middle. Fine, I'll do it. It can't. I can't. My eyes can't do that. Like this? The problem is you need to paragraph everything for the web novel because people can't read long paragraphs at once. Well, yeah, you gotta when you're writing, you gotta split everything up so it's easier to read and then keep your place. Because if it's all one big thing, there's no pauses or stops or anything, so it gets kind of weird. I learned that from writing. It's you gotta make sure that you don't have one big long brick. You need like little smaller bricks together.
There, you managed it. Now look at the scare.
No, oh, you did it.
Well, I don't know who discovered it, but it really is quite extraordinary.
It is. But that didn't really do anything for us, did it?
What do you think about the stereoscopic?
I just burped, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, that was mean. What do you think? It's certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly.
No, some people find it easier than others. But that's why contraptions like this exist for people who find it tricky. Oh, I recognize that. We saw one over there yesterday, didn't we?
Yep.
If I remember correctly, you press this little knob here, then set the pair of photographs in the stand at the back, and
Still amazing, even though I know roughly how it works now.
Well, London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these folding contraptions in lots of households in the capital currently.
Is that... that's like those things that we had... Like when I was younger, they would be like the little things, and you would have the discs, and they would spin around, and each one would have a little picture on it, and you'd look through it like binoculars, and you could see all the pictures. Those were awesome. I think I had a Toy Story one, and it was awesome. But if these little machines are so affordable, surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them.
But it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, I think so in any case.
Stereoscopic Pictures, I'd never even heard of them until yesterday. I've certainly learned a lot about them, but I wonder if it's knowledge that I'll ever actually need. Probably. Well, we have evidence now, so that's good. We don't need to talk to you anymore. Let's have a look at this picture. We can, we can spray this. We can spray this blood.
Mr. Naruhodo, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's something rather troubling here.
I have noticed.
The red smear, you mean?
Yep. It looks like blood, doesn't it? I wonder if Sasato-san had picked up on that. This guy is such an idiot. Well, in that case,
yes, we need Iris. We should show this to her before we forget.
Alright. Perfect. Now the question is, whose blood is that? Because if we splash it and it turns green, then we've got a hunch. Also, we've got the... Okay, good. Okay, we have a whole portfolio of it. That's awesome. Take that.
Oh, that looks like blood.
You're right, it is. I would say it's from a gloved finger, almost certainly a glove made of leather.
Well, don't worry, Bruno. You can leave the rest to me.
Bam. Got it. Green? Purple. Okay, so it's different blood. Look at that.
Yes, that's a color we haven't seen before, isn't it?
Oh, there's gonna be a bunch of colors, aren't there?
We simply must add it to the portfolio of blood samples. It could be an important clue.
Sure could be.
Although, it would be nice to find out whose blood these different colors would correspond to at some point.
Well, this particular stain of blood...
Oh, you've had an idea, haven't you? Do you know whose blood this is?
I think it might be Sholmes. It could be Sholmes. It could very well be Sholmes, because he had gloves on, didn't he? I think he did. No idea. How could I? We don't have a known sample of the same color. Without that, it's impossible to know. Oh, how very vexing. We don't have any... I wonder. What?
Well, it's true the color doesn't help us. What about considering how the mark came to be there in the first place?
I'm thinking Sholmes, but I don't really have any proof to that.
You might have an idea about that, mightn't you, Bruno?
Yeah? Not if you keep staring at me like that. No.
Try that again, shall we?
Well, this particular stain of blood... Yeah, I'm thinking Sholmes, right? I'm thinking Sholmes. I mean, it has to be Sholmes, right? I have an idea of whose blood it is. Not from the color it turned, but with a little deduction.
That's right. I think it's clear. Iris, you know as well.
I mean, it has to be Sholmes, right?
You first, Bruno. Who do you think it belongs to?
Right, I believe that this is the blood of... Oh. Well, like, I don't know then. Because... I mean, it could be Windibank. If he was... It's not him. I doubt it's any of the... I mean, I guess it's him.
You think somehow it could be Mr. Windibank's blood?
I mean, he would have been the last person to have handled the ticket. Sometimes the simplest answer is the right one.
But Mr. Windibank had no injuries before he was shot, that is.
Well, I don't know. Okay. Who hadn't been bleeding straight away? Well, I don't know who has been bleeding.
Perhaps not a concept you can really grasp.
Well, no. What? Funnily enough, I have accidentally cut myself before, but thanks for the mildly threatening advice, Iris. I have to think this through some... What do you mean? Who do we know is bleeding? Herlock Sholmes! No, it's a Herlock. What? It's... No. Also, this doesn't have to be anyone's blood.
don't know, Mason? I don't know. Thrice-fried Mason. You don't sound very sure of yourself, the way you trailed off there. I don't know. It was 2 months ago now, in that case. Of course, I never met the victim, so I'm struggling to remember his name. He was definitely thrice-fried, though. It's not Holmes. The victim of the omnibus case. Yes, his name was indeed the thrice-fried Mason, but how would we know, unless he had the ticket. But that would mean that this blood stain has left on the ticket 2 months ago. Yeah, I think it was. Gina's brought the ticket here to Windibanks yesterday, suggesting that the blood stain was already on it at the time. So it's smear of blood from the time Mr. Mason was killed 2 months ago. Something else is coming back to me now. Mr. McGilded was also wearing leather gloves that night. I mean, yeah, I guess. Now I ask yous, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot, I completely forgot about the blood hand. I forgot about that. Because this guy's a liar. I forgot everything about this guy because I hate him. The blimey dastard. The blimey Irish dastard. Look at him. Reached out to give the man a hand. Certainly does look like a leather glove thumbprint, this mark. But we know that Mr. McGilded had no injuries at the time anywhere on his body. From which we can conclude that any blood on the glove belonged to the victim, Mr. Mason. Mr. Naruhodo, you sound just like Mr. Sholmes! Minus the quirky slip-ups, I hope. Oh, you are literally a quirky slip-up. That's your whole thing. I think you're right, Bruno. Very well, let's make a note of this. Okay. We don't know that for sure, but I can see that. So, we know that Mason was not shot in here. we know that at least. That's good. All right, let's look around a bit more. We talked to you. We can look at this, I guess. Again. The ledger that's open on the counter there really is enormous, isn't it? It must have been an awful lot of work to keep track of all these hundreds of items in a pawn. It's too much to think about. Better sell it and have a clear head if you ask me. But clearly Mr. Windibank was very careful when it came to the articles in his care. I guess there's nothing else. Nothing else in this immediate area. So, let's go on over to the dead place. Where is the dead place? We can't go in there. Okay, I guess we gotta open the door. Let's go. I'm ready to go in. Behind that door is the storeroom, isn't it? That's what Gregsy said. Let's do it. Let's go in. I'm ready for it. Yeah, and that's where I saw the dreadful scene last night. Through the little window in the door. Yeah. Mr. Windibank face down on the floor with Gina beside him. As the accused legal representative, you have the right to examine the scene, Mr. Naruhodo. You must make a thorough investigation. Yes, of course. And we will. Beyond that door, that's the real scene of the crime. Don't worry, if there are clues in there, I'll find them. I want more blood. I want more blood samples. Let's head in. I'm ready. Yeah, I'm going in. Whoops, wrong button. Let's see what's in there. Also gonna have a little drink of water. Alright. Can we see anything? We can see a gramophone. Is that what it's called? A gramophone? A gramophone? Gramophone. Gramophone. Grammy. Gramophone. That's why they're called the Grammys! Oh! God, how did I just pieced that together. Wow. What a great deduction! Poor Iris. She's clammed up completely. Iris is bound to find this difficult. After all, Mr. Windibank's life was taken in this very room only last night.
Poor girl.
Oh, Gregson, how's it going? Oh,
He just left. Okay. Wait, Inspector! Oh, he's back. Okay.
what is it now, Sunshine?
You took one look at me and tried to run away.
You think that Scotland Yard inspector would run away from it and jumped up a little defense lawyer, do ya? I just... well... never seen her ladyship look like that. That's the thing. I don't know what to say to her.
So you weren't running away from me, you were running away from a 10-year-old. I'm afraid this is a little much for young Iris. Some gentle reassurance might go a long way, perhaps, Inspector?
Eh? Don't trouble yourself unduly, your ladyship. I mean, at least you're not dead, are you?
That is awful. That you go, just, yeah, I wish you ran away. Just go. I don't think that went very well. Why?
Look, I'm in the middle of an investigation here, Sunshine. I told you not to get under my feet.
Oh yeah, my mic doesn't peak anymore. Mic doesn't peak. No matter how hard I try to peak the mic, it'll never peak because I put a compressor on it. Check the... Wait, no, I'm not going to test it. Though, if he screams again, I'll test it for real. And we have some investigating to do ourselves. Yep. I'd like to hear more of what the socially inept inspector has to say. God, I am pretty socially inept myself. Oh, Hurley. And to inquire how Mr. Sholmes' operation is going. Sup? Sup, man? I don't want to talk to you because you're boring. You have 2 dialogue options. That's too many for me. I want to look at the blood stain. I want to give it a little spray. The police have marked this position of the body with a chalk line. Whoops, I just broke my desk. Whoops, it fell over. My monitor is now on the floor. That's not good. Okay. Poor Mr. Windybank, he was a nice old man.
Well, he was shot just once through the heart.
Shot through the heart! Okay. Hey, did it peak? No, it didn't.
Most likely the fellow died instantly. He wouldn't have felt a thing.
That would suck, wouldn't it? 1 minute you're alive, and the next minute you have a bullet in your heart and you're dead. This must be his blood, then. I know he has to say it for the audience, but still, God, he's such an idiot. Phoenix, right, was an idiot, but he wasn't stupid. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference. I think Ryunosuke is stupid. That's what I think. He's an idiot and he's stupid, but Phoenix just got the idiot part. He didn't get the stupid part. Because he said some pretty idiotic things and some silly things, right? But in the end, he just like me? Just like me, wow. I don't even know what I'm just gonna keep going. I don't like to ask at such a wretched time, Iris, but I wonder if perhaps you would spray that. I'm on the case. Don't worry, Susie. I'm ready for action! Shoot the blood! Bam! Yeah. Alright. If it's green or purple, blue. Okay. So we've got 3 different colored blood on it. So what happened? Did someone else get shot? I think someone else got shot. So now we know the color, the chemical turns when it reacts to Mr. Windybank's blood. It actually, so we know that, no, he was killed in here. This is the only place his blood will be because it would make no sense for it to be anywhere. Well, I mean, it would make no, I don't know, unless someone touched his blood or got their hands dirty and then went, right? But I don't think that happened. Doesn't match up with the analysis of the blood stain we found in the main shop. Neither of them. No, but let's add the sample to the others we've already collected anyways. Blood samples of the portfolio has been updated in the court record. I also remembered that Mason was the one with the purple blood. So... Iris? Don't worry, I'm alright.
But we must find the true culprit.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, indeed. There's a bicycle. Look at all these articles that have been deposited. This room is stuffed full of them. I can't believe how many there are. A bicycle, a gramophone, musical instruments, even some enormous paintings. Look, pieces of different people's lives quietly gathering dust in here together. Something very peaceful about the atmosphere in here. Or at least there would be, if not for the chalk outline on the floor and the policemen shuffling around. What about the giant blood stain and the gun? See what I mean? Oh, hey man, how's it going?
Not much to do about that, sunshine.
No, yeah, there is. We can figure out this case. Okay, so that's cool. Wait, don't. Whoa, wait, no, that's the chest that the manuscript was in, and it's gone. I bet it's gone. Out of all the articles in the storeroom, this is the only thing that shows any sign of being ransacked. Yeah, that's where the manuscript is. What is it, Iris? That's the box file that my manuscript was being kept in. Oh, and Herlock Sholmes jumps out of it, and he's like, "It was me all along. I've been hiding in this box. I've not been in the hospital. I've been here. And I found the murderer. Here they are." And he just drags him out by the hair. It's like, "Oh, it's me. I'm the guy with all the gems in my pockets." And Iris' unpublished story, The Hound of Baskervilles. Surely that's not what all this... It could be. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, I stole it. Without telling you... I think she was trying to find the manuscript. And he got killed, but she went in at the wrong time. She didn't do anything. She picked up the gun. She picked up the gun that was shot. It's like what happened to us. It's coming full circle. Let's check the inside of that box at once.
Yes.
Come on. It's gone, isn't it? Oh. It was there. Iris' story was there. Really? It was? Well, I mean, that's good news, isn't it, Iris? Yes. I mean, of course I believed Hurley when he said he deposited here, but still. It's a relief to actually see it. Really? Because that's not a very well-hidden frown. Iris' manuscript has been entered into the court record. Does it have blood on it? He didn't even, like, staple it or anything. Well, I guess you can't staple it. Hound of the Baskervilles. She has really nice handwriting for being 10 years old. The Hound of the Baskervilles. How does Sato-san know the exact title of this unpublished story? I suppose I'll just have to wait until she's ready to explain it to me. I'm so sorry. You sure? Okay, I guess that's all you want to tell me. Yeah, there's nothing I can see. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing out of the ordinary with it. We didn't read this yet. I, the undersigned, agree to legal representation of a lawyer named Herlander in regard to the following incident. Defendant Gina Lestrade, alleged offense, murder of Baker Street, pawnbroker, date of trial 17th of April, 10 a.m. Attorney-in-law, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. That's us. Look at this armband, though. This is a nice armband. Let's have a look at it. These are the scales of justice. They're a symbol of the defense, aren't they? Yeah, that's right. The scales are a symbol of fairness to show that all are treated equally in the eyes of the law. And they're a warning to those who enter the courtroom without an impartial mind. But if they're the mark of the defense, it would be more auspicious if they were weighing more heavily on the not guilty side. I already read this, but... very impartial, I'm sure. Where's Kazuya's number? There it is. Kazuma Asogi. I love that guy. He'd be proud of us. Alright, gun. This is a revolver. A real one. And quite possibly the murder weapon used to take Mr. Winterbank's life. I bet that's not a revolver. Like, I don't know anything about guns. That's a pistol. That's not a... no. It's a revolver, because the bullets revolve around the chamber, or whatever. I know nothing about guns, but that's probably right. What's the matter, Susie? You and Bruno look like you're about to faint.
Well, it's just that I've rarely seen a gun in the flesh.
And I've had issues with guns in the past. But anyway, we saw Mr. Winterbank with this yesterday, didn't we? There he is. What? Oh yeah, he tried to kill himself with it. What was his voice?
I shall have to take my own life.
It must be the same gun. And last night, when I looked through the spy hole in the door of the storeroom here, yeah, Gina had it. Same gun I saw in Gina's hand. A hand. Mr. Winterbank told us that he never had a single bullet loaded in his revolver, didn't he?
Well, it's empty now. The one and only bullet he had in his gun had been fired.
No. Well, no, actually, if there was one bullet in there, right, that means that 2 were fired. So we know that 2 bullets were fired. We can be fairly certain that only a single shot was fired from this revolver. Yeah. From this revolver, there was 1 shot. However, the bullet out in the main room and the bullet he was killed with are different. Because he was killed in here, obviously. Because there's no blood trail. Okay. I guess it's everything, really. Unless I'm missing something, but I don't think I am. I think we should go see Holmes now. Oh wait, no, we gotta talk to him! That's right, I forgot, you were so boring, I forgot to talk to you. Mr. Inspector, what do you think of the crime scene here?
You've got eyes, haven't you? Use them! It's what it looks like. Nothing more, nothing less.
Iris, could you lend me a hand?
So, Gregsy, what do you make of the crime scene here?
Oh, yes, your ladyship, do allow me to humbly explain. Last night, at shortly after an hour of 1 o'clock in the morning, Scotland Yard police attended the scene. The one and only door to the storeroom was found locked from the inside.
So it was locked from the inside. The lock appears to be broken now, though. Was it the police officers doing?
Quite right, madam, quite right. We took the liberty of smashing the door in as humbly as possible.
Oh.
As you can see, the victim was discovered prostrate on the floor. And next to the aforementioned body, we discovered the vile gutter child.
You're talking about Ginny. She's my friend, you know, Inspector.
Oh, really? Miss Lestrade, the hapless girl, was curled up on the floor, dead to the world.
She's still alive, you know. Yeah, when we saw her, she appeared to be unconscious.
And I'm afraid to say she had the gun that was used in her hand.
No! She wasn't killed by it. The thing is, now the room was locked. That's the real mystery that we have right now. Presumably, it's the gun that is still down on the floor now. Weird that they didn't pick it up.
In a pocket, we found the key to the door as well.
What? The key to the storeroom? So she locked it. And you say the storeroom had been locked from the inside, Inspector?
Correct. All of which leaves her ladyship's friend in something of a sticky situation, I'm afraid.
So, if she locked the door, there has to be a reason for that. So we gotta prove that in court by bluffing.
Obviously, my personal opinion is that it's all sort of misunderstanding.
Of course it is, Inspector. Of course it is. That's my interpretation of it. You just want to get in the good books of a 10-year-old, which is kind of weird since you're like 100. How old are you? How old is this guy? He's 44. Okay. Detective Conan has great closed-door cases. Well, I mean, I don't know how this one will play out, but maybe it'll be up there with him. But I know nothing about Conan. Oh, the only Conan I know is Conan O'Brien, and I don't even know him that well.
Gregsy, do you know anything about Hurley? Is the operation finished? Is Hurley alright? Is he?
Oh, well, the thing is,
don't mince your words, Inspector, please. You don't mean to say that Mr. Sholmes is...
Oh no, the operation is done and dusted. It's just that...
Well, is he paralyzed? Because if he's paralyzed, I'm gonna be pretty upset.
Out with it!
You just spilled fries all over chips all over the crime scene.
Yes, ma'am. They use something called a general anesthetic. It's the latest thing, renders the whole body insensitive.
The whole body? Anesthetized? Is that even possible?
It means the operation can be completed while the patient is fast asleep.
For what I've seen in this game, they're good, but not Detective Conan level good. I think the second game in this collection is better. The thing about this is my only problem with this game is that there's a lot of filler. Like, there's a lot of filler stuff in it that I find that I think if it didn't have as much of it, I'd enjoy it a bit more, but I'm still really enjoying it. Goodness, in the Empire of Japan, we can just manage to provide laughing gas for a tooth extraction. Oh yeah, and since watching Full Metal Alchemist and how there's, like, no filler at all, it's like, whoa. I can watch a show now and be like, oh, look at all this filler. Full Metal Alchemist didn't need that. But it's crazy. Crazy. Full Metal Alchemist, amazing. Amazing show. I recommend that if you haven't seen it. But if you have, watch it again. It's amazing. Just managed to provide laughing gas for a tooth extraction. Gintama doesn't have a lot of filler either. I might watch it. I heard it's really good. My friend told me to watch Code Geass, but I just can't. Like, the art style of that, I don't know. I think it's like a pretty common thing, but I just hate the art style. Like, the eyes and like it's like just the character designs are so just off-putting to me. It's like I can't. I might watch Mob Psycho next though, because I keep trying to watch that and then I put it off and I never get far into it, but we'll see.
Trouble is, the latest thing isn't always the greatest thing, if you know what I mean. They couldn't get the medication to work at first, so it took hours for him to nod off, so I hear. Now the OP's finished. They can't get him to wake up, apparently.
Oh my! They killed him in his sleep. Full Metal Alchemist fans on my anime list keep downvoting Gintama because Gintama keeps getting first place in the rankings. It's amazing to watch. Well, I mean, Full Metal Alchemist is awesome. I can't say anything about Gintama, but Full Metal Alchemist, so good. Although I don't condone downvoting a show because it's beating another show. That's messed up.
No one knows if the anesthetic's still in the system or if the bloke's just plain exhausted. But anyway, all they can do is stand back and watch until it comes around again.
Early.
The moment he opens his eyes, your ladyship, I swear I shall get word to you.
Well, what a surprise. Even in matters of life and death, Mr. Sholmes has to do things his way. Ow. But the fans, I don't know about Full Metal Alchemist fans. I try to stay away from fandoms as much as possible. Even the Splatoon fandom, like I stay far away from that. And definitely the My Hero Academia fanbase. Because I hear that they're insane. But I mean, not everyone is like that. It takes a few apples to ruin the whole bunch, it feels, but that's why I stay away from it, because I don't like the negativity. 9 seasons is top 25. It's 9 seasons, really? It's that long? That's pretty long. But yeah, that's enough anime talk for now. Let's get back to anime game and do stuff. Actually, we should ask him some stuff. We could try to show him. I don't think we should show him anything. I mean, we'll show him that. Why not?
Is that what I think it is? Your ladyship's latest.
Yep, my latest story. It's called The Hound of Baskervilles.
A most fascinating life, or title, your fat lord ladyship, fascinating, and I don't suppose, would there be any mention of my humble self in your tale this time?
Good question, I can't really remember.
I see. Well, why would you, your ladyship, or just await its publication with these antiquated interpretations?
Don't worry, Inspector. I'm sure if you do appear, you won't be doing anything particularly remarkable.
You're looking to be arrested, sunshine.
I didn't mean it like that, and even if I did, you wouldn't have bitten her ladyship's head off, would you? Okay. Let's head off. Let's go try to find Mr. Shelms. I want to see if he's up to no good. Actually, no. I want to go to the prison, because I want to ask about the other picture. She's probably gone. I doubt she's even here. Yeah, okay, she's not here. Alright, I guess I'll go find Mr. Sholmes then. I believe she must be questioning at the moment.
Oh, but wait a minute.
What is it, Iris?
Well, if you examine the scene here carefully, there's another possibility, isn't there? Ginny could have slipped the key from the jailer when he wasn't looking and escaped.
Oh my! Why would she do something like that? It would only make her situation worse. Calm down, Runo. I was only joking, of course. Oh. You had me worried there. I thought it was a great deduction.
Yes, there must be a way with words, Iris. You're so wonderfully persuasive.
Perhaps you don't fully understand the weight that your words carry. I hate how seriously she looked when she said that.
Oh dear, I'm sorry. I suppose the light-hearted great detective is a contradiction in terms.
That was my chair, I promise. I don't know if that picked up on the mic, but that was my chair. I'll do it again. That's my chair. Well, in the same situation, I'm sure Mr. Sholmes would have thrown his head back and guaffed. I'm not entirely sure that's helpful, Mr. Naruto. Well, anyway, it looks like we won't be able to talk to Gina for a while. Just try to make progress with our investigation in the meantime. Yep, come along, Bruno. Come along. Depression. Okay, let's move. 3, 2, 1, let's move. I want to go back to the shop for a minute. Sometimes there's cutscenes when you go in. Can you tell us about this, please? Oh, she's mad. I shouldn't have done it. Oh, my manuscript. Mr. Sholmes said he'd deposited it at Windibanks, and he had. But it's so strange. What is it about this particular story? I worked so hard on it. Why would Hurley say I can't publish it? I'm afraid I have no idea. All you can do is wait until he's ready to tell you, I suppose. Oh, maybe it's because Hurley isn't enough. Maybe I didn't give him enough good lines. Yes, maybe. I wish I could say that definitely isn't the reason, but I can't. Okay, so I guess there's nothing really else we can do here, right? Unless... No. Alright! Did I peek the mic? No, I didn't, because I've got a compressor on. Do I? I do, right? Yes, I do. Okay, the compressor is on. Good, okay. Let's... I don't know what we should do. Where we should go? Where do we go? That was loud, was it? No, it wasn't. It wasn't peak loud, though. I can be loud, but not peak. For example, if I go in here, this would probably peak the mic, but it's not peaking the mic anymore because I have the compressor on. Your ears are not that bad. Wait, that's ASMR. I'm not allowed to do that. I'm not allowed to do that unless someone does the thing. Okay, we gotta get going. We gotta get going, man. Alright, actually, I'm ending the stream here. What am I saying? Where did this energy come from all of a sudden? I have no idea. Okay, let's get going. I don't know where to go. No, don't present anything. Well, seriously, where did this energy come from? I just got so much energy for no reason. Why does talking to the microphone so close give me so much energy? Did I just run over my cable? I didn't. Okay, I didn't run over my cable. I've got to fix my chair. I've got to sit back. I had a slight nap before I came. What? No, I had a slight nap before I started the stream, and it wasn't even a nap. It was just kind of like I laid down, or lied down, laid, whatever. I did something. I was down on my back on my bed, and pretty much I closed my eyes, and that was it. I didn't do anything else. That's all I did. I just lied, and I closed my eyes, and I didn't sleep because I was like, I can't sleep. Okay, seriously, I have no idea where anyone is. I think can I go see him? No? I'm lost. I'm lost in London. I don't know, we can't go to the prison. We went like everywhere. We can go back here. Regroup. Let's regroup. Wait, what did you say? She said something. There's nothing in here. The coffee's still going. That's bad. We gotta turn that off. We gotta put that out. If you let your concentration slip, you might miss what people say. Why are you saying that to me now? I'm itching to dismantle that huge clock. Cool, we gotta do... Okay, you know what? We're going back to the storeroom. Well, I don't know. Dude, just take my evidence, dude. Here, have that. I found that. Inspector Gregson, could you give me your opinion about this, do you think? No, we don't tend to share Sunshine, not with the general public. I'm not I'm a lawyer. I'm supposed to... Oh, he wants herbal tea. Glug it down. Yeah, there you go. You love that. I'll have some water myself. Lovely. Sure is. Ta very much. Okay. Here's a tip. If you're drinking water by your computer or whatever, make sure you have a cover on it, because if you knock it over, you will break everything. And also, keep it as far away as possible. Check out the blood samples. Inspector... No, he's not. He's too busy drinking. Yeah, there you go. He's super quick. Look at that. I don't know. Wait, we already gave that to you. Why would we... I'm losing my mind here. Glug that down. He loved it. I'm missing something, aren't I? But what am I missing? There's something I'm missing. I don't know what I'm missing. I'll find it. I'm leaving. We have got to investigate further. What do you think about our blood? Hold that for a second. Would you mind if I showed you this iris? It's just a boring old thing, really, but... It's not a what? Wait, I don't like boring old things. Looks like Japanese modesty is easily misinterpreted by Western children. I mean, who does like boring things? No one wants to be shown something boring. Come to think of it, you're always introducing things with "this is boring," but it's a bad habit. You should stop it. I'll be sure to let the entire population of the Empire of Japan know on my return. Okay, what do we know? The way you can identify differences in people's blood like this is amazing. Really are a genius, Iris. This stream is boring, but... Now it's gonna be really boring. Let's see how you like that. Let's see how you like this. Let's see how you like this, huh? You really are a genius, Iris. I know, I am. If Hurley and I put our minds to it, we could really shake up Britain's chemists and alchemists. Full Metal Alchemist. You have your own music? I don't. Give me a minute.
Full Metal Alchemist.
And you could shake up Japan's lawyers and judges, couldn't you, Mr. Naruhodo? DMCA, because I played the Full Metal Alchemist. I don't think that'll be a DMCA. But, can you imagine? They're like, TheGoldSmith, you now have one strike on your channel. And we go, for what? And like, oh, well, you played the Full Metal Alchemist transition noise, so... I'm not allowed. You're banned in 5 days. Okay. Oh man. Okay. Let's see what we gotta do. I need like a sound button that's just Full Metal Alchemist. I need a soundboard, but they're expensive. They're like $100. Like I don't want to pay that much for a soundboard just to play Full Metal Alchemist. But it would be funny though. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna look for a really cheap soundboard that works and I can connect to OBS and my desktop, so I can just go full metal alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. Oh, but they're different too, because there's a bunch of different ones, so it could be like Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. And then I could go full. What is wrong with me? Someone is dead. Someone is accused, and I'm just saying Full Metal Alchemist over and over for no reason other than it's funny. But I mean, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to present to anyone, and I don't have any more evidence. Wait a minute, I can look through my evidence. I'm gonna look through my evidence. It is funny. I'd ban you if you were not a sub. I would ban you. I wouldn't ban you. You are a villain. You're a homunculus. Okay. Let's see. Well, I mean, there's nothing we can really do, huh? Picture of a cat. I'm stuck. I don't know what to look at. We gotta figure something out. We can do a save really quick, actually. Let's do a quick save. There's something I'm not knowing. I don't know. I guess we can talk. Can we talk? No, we can't talk. Baker Street. I don't know. Tomorrow you'll have a new bed? Dude, that is Pog. That's very Pog. I said that weird, but yeah. Hope you enjoy your new bed. I am going to sleep in my same bed that I've had for 100 years. But I like my bed. My bed's great. Your back will be... I thought you said your back would be shaved. But no, your back will be saved. Not shaved. Your back will not be shaved. Unless it will be shaved. I don't know. We gotta find something. I'm gonna go to the Showham Suite. Don't know why I'm looking for evidence in his house, but... No, God, what am I doing? I'm such an idiot. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna try to give him, the ticket, right? Inspector, what do you make of this?
Oh, what do we have here then? A redemption ticket for an article deposited here, is it? Looks like someone ran out of office stationery and wrote a ticket on whatever paper was to hand. Yes, this is the ticket for McGilda's overcoat, the one that little diver turned up with yesterday.
Oh, actually, no, it's not.
Really? I think you know better than me, do ya?
No, I didn't mean to,
Bruno's right, Gregsy. It isn't the same ticket.
Of course it isn't, of course it isn't. I never doubted you, your ladyship. So, what's all this about then, if I might be so bold to ask?
This is a second ticket.
A second one?
It seems that Mr. McGillard, in fact, had another article in storage here at Windibanks.
Is that right?
I think we need to discuss this further with the inspector, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, good, because he's ever so easy to talk to. We finally have some more information. Okay. 44k channel points? That's terrifying. I'm so happy that there's nothing to do with them. This ticket was one of the pockets of Mr. McGilda's overcoat.
You mean to tell me?
Yep. There was more than just one music box disc, it seems.
I should have insisted on the lads taking it back to the yard and examining it properly.
Well, according to the details on this ticket, Mr. McGilda deposited another article here with Mr. Windibank.
Yes, I can see it's written here. A small box, was it?
Do you have any idea where it is, Gregsy? Any idea at all? It's another article belonging to Mr. McGilded. It could be an important clue.
Well, yes, I suppose it could be.
So you know where it is.
Please stop looking at me with those big turquoise eyes and full of hope and exaggerated expectation. It's too much pressure. I'll lose my marbles. I will go barking. I'll go barking.
There's no time for dog impressions, Inspector.
That's enough sauce from you, Sunshine.
That's a lot of ASMR. Yeah, 40. You could do ASMR 44 times.
There's one thing that springs to mind.
Or no, it's like you could do it close to 30 times, I guess.
According to the ticket, the redemption deadline's already passed, has it?
Oh yes, of course. Articles are only held for 2 months. So the small box will no longer be here then?
Not necessarily.
That's right. It's been forfeited.
Which means it could be on the shelves in the front of the shop.
Exactly. Where forfeited items are for sale. Yeah. Yep, shelves in the front. We must search for them at once. That's 30 minutes. Oh my god, that's like half of a short stream. That's 1/3 of a short stream.
Quit wasting your time. Uh-oh. There are dozens of little boxes out there, hundreds even. We can't possibly know which one might have been McGilded. That information is not written in the ledger.
Well, the one that can fit the disc is the one.
Well, I think we should at least have a look, just in case.
Oh, of course, your ladyship. Of course. Very sensible of you, I'm sure.
This is getting old. I hate this guy. This guy's not Gumshoe. Dong, dong, dong. Dong! What time is it? It's 2 o'clock now?
Need to turn out my skin. What could Mr. Winterback such a wicked trap?
I doubt he set it out to scare anyone.
Is it really the time? I think perhaps we should pay Gina another visit soon. Oh? Her trial is tomorrow. We must establish whether or not you will be defending her.
We will be, what?
I think we should ask her one more time. She may have changed her mind.
No!
She has. Well, she's gotta. She's gotta let us defend, man. She's gotta. Do you remember Bruno? You told us she could rip up the representation papers if she didn't want you to be her lawyer.
That's not good. Really? Did I say that? Yes, you did.
The deadline for submitting paperwork is fast approaching.
In that case, we better hurry back to the prison and talk to Gina again.
Guess we will. I mean, I want to look at the clocks and the music box.
I want to see if I can find it. Oh, it has to be that one, right? I think that's it. This was the box that I saw at the beginning, and I was like, oh, actually. No, that's the one. That's it, right there. That's definitely it. The one with the gem on it.
So all the items that have been forfeited by the original owners are offered for sale. That's right, they've all got little price labels on them. But there's so many.
I wonder if the small box this ticket was for is still on the shelf somewhere. The box that McGilda deposited here just over 2 months ago.
Even if it were, finding it promises to be very troublesome indeed. There's so many boxes. It could be any one of them.
Mr. Shom said that a pawnbroker was the safest place to store anything, more secure than a bank's vault. So perhaps this small box of McGilda's contains something of very great value.
Well, if that's the case, he'd probably have kept it locked.
So then we need to find every box with a lock and break them all open.
Yo! I haven't felt that in a while. The sort of misconduct would get you arrested. I won't let that happen.
Yeah, well, I'll get myself out because I'm a lawyer. This takes me back. It's been some time since the such a sound last threw me. It was on the boat, wasn't it? I think it was on the boat. No, I'm telling you, it's that box. It's 100% that box. There's no doubt that that is the box. It is the most, it's the most special looking box there is. And it's small. Or it's the music, there's a music box there too, right next to it, I think that is. It's one of them. Alright. Recorded one of the low quality reviews today, and you think you did great, Cam, for the recent. Alright, cool. That's nice, man. How low quality are we talking? We talking like Windows Movie Maker quality? Or like, what are we talking? Sounds just interesting though. Hope it goes well for you. And I hope you have fun doing it. 16th of April, 5:41 p.m. It actually, it's actually exactly that time as I'm streaming right now. I'm just kidding. It's actually 4:51. So that's kind of weird. It's 4:51 right now, not 5:41. Hey, that is really interesting. I don't know, something's suspicious about that one. Oh, Gina, good. You're back. Ah!
The police must have finished questioning her then. Oh, how was it, Ginny? Was it awful? Yeah? Oh, don't bother me. Thank you for the papers you signed before. I meant we were able to get the investigation at... thank you for the papers you signed before. It meant we were able to investigate at Windibanks. Oh, right. Don't you want to know how we got on? We've been ever so busy. What's the point in asking? Won't change what everyone's saying. That I did it. That's not... Gina, we came to ask for your final decision. Eh, what decision? About tomorrow's trial. Will you let me defend you or not? I must submit the paperwork now if you'd like Mr. Naruhodo to represent you. Right, I see. She's really lost her fight all of a sudden. But I know what that feels like. The worry is just so hard to bear. I bet McGill had said something about that, and he's got someone set up, so if we defend her, then things will not go well for her. That's what I think. Because he's a sneaky gent, isn't he? Boy. You know what I mean? Alright, please, I'll tell you what we found. Reviewers are low quality, but viewers are good as your philosophy channel. That's good. The Reaper? No, I don't think Van Zeeks was, no. Although maybe he's involved somehow. Because he only comes back when we're in court. Everything about that cheeky old Irish dastard. Hate the guys. I hate him. Van Zeeks is very important in the game. Yo, yeah, I mean, he's the main prosecutor. Alright then, blimey, give it a rest with him eyes, Iris. Come on then, fill us in. Who done it? Unfortunately, we don't know that yet. You don't say? We don't know yet, Gina. But Mr. Naruhodo and all of us know that you are innocent of this crime. And while we haven't yet managed to work out who the real culprit is, there are a number of interesting facts that we have managed to establish. Oh yeah, like what? Well, for example, the reason for you being there in the first place. I think I know why you broke into Windibanks that night. It looks like I'm gonna have to take some evidence that clearly reveals the reason and thrust it in Gina's face, or I could present it to her calmly, I suppose. Yo, check this out. Yo, here's the reason why. Here's the reason. The reason why you were in that... It was either this... It could have been the box. Could have been the manuscript. Is that? We found this in Mr. Windibank's storeroom. The manuscript of Iris's latest story. Yeah, that's right. Oh, right. Well, that's good then. Curiously, the storeroom at Windibank showed no sign of being ransacked for items or value or the like, with one exception. The box file that housed this manuscript. It was you, wasn't it, Gina, who broke open the box containing this manuscript last night? Eh? You were determined to find out whether or not the Hound of Baskervilles was really there. That's the one reason that you broke into the storeroom last night, isn't it? Oh! Why don't you tell us what happened? Please? Yeah, tell me about the manuscript, please. Tell me about it. Alright, yeah, this Baskervilles story, it's the latest Sholmes adventure, right? But it ain't been printed yet. So I figured it's gotta be worth a fair few pieces of silver, right? No, that's not right. Oh yes, at least £5,000. Whoa! What? So you intend to sell Iris's manuscript, did you? No, Ginny, how could you? Wait, no, hang on. Of course I wasn't going to sell it. All I wanted to do was find out if the manuscript, or whatever you call it, really was there or not. That's the only reason I was in the place. For Iris's sake. Isn't that right? Oh! We knew why you'd done it from the start, Gina. Of course we did. But... we knew you wouldn't do anything mean like that, Ginny. We just knew it. Well, when I saw the manuscript in the storeroom, it reminded me of what you said the night before. Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Bare-faced liars, the lot of them. You ain't just realized it yet. I'm telling ya. That mantless script ain't work, and that Windibanks you'd soon see if you had a look. If I'm honest, I've wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. I mean that sometimes I wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Oh, Ginny, that was so sweet of you. Alright, alright. I'll tell you why I did it. Just stop looking at me like that, Iris. Reason for breaking in, tell me. It weren't because of Iris, that's not why I did it. I just wanted to know the truth, that's all. You wanted to know if Mr. Sholmes was being honest, if he'd really deposited the manuscript at Windibanks. It's like I told you the night before. Tsundere? Yeah, I mean... Yeah, actually. I never had a father. But Iris's lot ain't like mine. She's got her dad, only she can't see him. That's awkward because her dad is dead and she died in the he died in the first case. But we can't tell her that because it'll make her sad and I don't want to see her cry. Because then I'll feel bad and then she'll be sad and then everyone will be bad. And it'll suck. I reckon that's gotta be hard. That's why she writes her stories. They're about her dad, really. That's what it sounded like to me anyway. Last night when I was listening to what you were saying. Stories about Daddy? You mean they're not adventures of the great detective so much as the adventures of a great detective and his trusty partner? Well, that's how I see it, yeah. You're so thoughtful and kind, Ginny. Yes, we never thought any differently, did we? Look, give it a rest, will ya? I hate all this chummy nonsense, dear. I hate it. I don't trust no one, right? That's how I work. Because you don't trust no one can let you down. So leave me alone. Go on, Scarper. I hadn't noticed until now, but it's unmistakable. Right there on both sleeves of that overcoat. What is that? Are some very suspicious red stains. Uh-oh. What are you looking at me like that? I think it might be worth presenting some of our findings in that area to Gina now. But first, what do you think about me representing you in court? What do you think? We already have the representation papers and the other documents we need. All we have to do is hand them to the court clerk. That is, if you'll allow me to represent you in court tomorrow.
What do you think?
Nah, don't bother. Ginny, recommend chuck 'em, would ya? Them representation papers or whatever they're called. This cell ain't fancy enough to be having a being. So, what'll you do in court tomorrow? I'll be fine on my own. Will you? I don't think you will be. Look, it don't matter. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. This is one stubborn pickpocket. Sure is. Okay, so your sleeves. Oh, yes. Whose blood is it? Whose blood is it? Those stains on the sleeves of your new coat, Gina. They're blood, aren't they? Not that I know whose blood yet. What? But blood, Mr. Naruto. You don't appear to have any obvious wounds yourself, though. So it could be blood that splattered from Mr. Windibank when he was shot last night. Let's not beat around the bush here. This trusty friend of mine will get the results much faster than anything else. Take it easy, Iris. Don't move, Ginny. I'm gonna shoot. If it's blue, it's his blood. If it's purple, it's purple. Oh, shoot. It's Mason's. It's Mason's blood. What the... Forget the sleeves. The whole coat is covered in blood. Of course. The black color of the fabric's making the stains. That's why we haven't seen them until now. And the blood has reacted with the chemical to turn a purple color, which matches one of the samples we've already collected perfectly. Yes, now let's see.
Who had the purple blood? It was Mason. Mason had the blood. So McGilda almost definitely killed him. Yeah. So that Irish guy 100% killed him. I knew it.
Well, what are you all on about? The victim? What do you mean?
Mason.
It's a rather uncomfortable situation, Mr. Naruhodo, but I think this makes things quite clear. It means the omnibus case is finally solved. The truth about who really murdered the brickmaster, Mr. Mason, is revealed. Oh, would someone explain what's going on? Stop telling half a story.
That's crazy. He was him. It's 100% him. Although I'm pretty sure I knew it was him, but... Truth the omnibus case. We can now see that the victim's blood is all over Mr. McGilded's overcoat.
But in the trial 2 months ago, the defendant said this in his testimony.
That he wasn't near him.
Now I ask you, what's good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand.
But if you look at this overcoat now, it's clear. Those stains couldn't have arisen from McGilda trying to pull the victim to his feet. No. If that's what had really happened, the blood wouldn't have been splashed all over the front of the coat. The only explanation for this pattern of blood is that it splattered over Mr. McGilled's coat when he stabbed the victim in the stomach. I've tried to run from the truth for long enough, but there's no escaping it now. The true culprit in that case, Mr. Mason's killer, Magnus McGilded. I never liked that guy. The only thing I liked about that guy was the voice I gave him because I got to show my Irish roots. But now I can give the Irish roots to Gina over here, so I hate him.
Mr. Naruhodo,
that horrible case is solved at last. And I helped the man walk free from that trial. He's dead now, it doesn't matter, don't worry about it. I used all that twisted testimony and all that sham evidence to prove his innocence. How could I have let that happen?
Bruno, did you believe him, though? Did you believe Mr. McGilda was innocent?
I believed, or rather, I think I was trying to believe. I wanted to. Because believing in those you represent in court is a defense lawyer's greatest weapon.
A weapon?
A lawyer's weapon. Before we came to Great Britain, a great friend of mine taught me a valuable lesson.
You mean Kazuma-sama?
Oh, I miss him. Listen, Ryunosuke. We lawyers are only human. We can't know for sure what is the truth and what is a lie, which is why we must resort to our primary weapon. An unwavering belief in our clients. That's all we really have. Unwavering belief? Only when we truly believe what our clients tell us can we fight with everything we have for their cause. In any battle, there can be no victory without faith. So I believe you, unwaveringly. Hehe. What's funny, Gina?
Of course, sounds like this Empire of Japan you come from. Everyone must be soft. Well, come on, look at the mess it's got you into, believing that bog trotter.
Yeah, I inadvertently helped a murderer walk free.
Well, at least you've learned your lesson now, eh? Believing in people's never worth it. Someone always stabs you in the back in the end. Soon as you let down your guard, you've had it. Take a leaf out of my book. Believe no one, get hurt by no one. Gina, may I ask you something? What? I'd just like to make absolutely sure. What would you like us to do with these representation papers for tomorrow's trial? How many times do I have to say it? Rip 'em and chuck 'em away. Are you really sure that's what you want?
Oh, I bet that's what he wants, so... What... A detective who corners a culprit with their reasoning and drives them to suicide in front of himself is no different than a murderer. Wait, what? Wait a minute. We didn't do that, though. A detective who corners a culprit with their reasoning and drives them to suicide in front of himself is no different than a murderer. I mean, that's from Detective Conan. I mean, I guess? But, like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, technically, yeah? But the thing about that is, I mean, they did it, right? I don't know, I think there's a difference, but, like, I don't know. The point is, we didn't kill McGilded. McGilded was killed by someone else. Even if they did it, no one deserves death, I guess. I think the really rotten people shouldn't... Wait, what? Am I talking about the death penalty right now? I'm actually going to talk about the death penalty right now? Oh, God. No, I don't think anyone deserves death. I think if you're really a horrible person, you shouldn't be killed. You should be locked up for, like, years, because that's worse than death, really, right? But then you get like, oh, you worse than death, so you would kill him, right? No. I don't know, I hate it. I bet that's what he wants all now. I'm a believer lawyer over there. Yeah. Don't forget it was me in that trial 2 months ago. I led everyone up the garden path, did I? And you're telling me you can believe in me after that? Not likely. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, a lawyer's primary weapon is an unwavering belief in his clients. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I feel I can trust Gina after everything that's happened. Yeah, I can trust her. I can't. The end. The bad. I'm not even gonna mess up. I can't trust her. No, I trust her. Gina, let me say it again. Please allow me to represent you in tomorrow's trial. Hey, are you half-baked? Not at all. You've not once admitted to committing the crime, have you? Gotcha. That's right. What's more, I believe that you're telling me the truth. Seriously, Mr. Nero-Odo. You can't even say my name right. Okay, I don't trust you then. Didn't you hear all the what I said before? I'm a born liar. Fibs are a trip in me tongue, and I'm a diver. Don't forget. You're not a murderer though. Pulled the wool over your eyes 2 months ago and got you in all sorts of trouble. Why would you ever trust me now? I just don't get it! You're not a murderer. Gina, I do understand why you choose not to put your trust in others. But I assure you there's more to this life than you yet realize. What do you mean? The world we live in is full of people you would do very well to trust. People who won't ever let you down. Yeah, it's true that I'm just a student of law, and I'm certainly lacking in courtroom experience. But I promise you this. Whatever happens, and until my very last breath, I am completely on your side. Yeah, we are. Yeah, I'm with you. What do you expect me to say to that? Oh, she's crying. Aww. Yeah, we'll defend you. We got it. Then it's decided I will take these papers now and carry out the necessary preparations for tomorrow's trial. It would be a shame to throw them away now after it's been penned with your name so beautifully. Do what you like, you Eastern lot are... I don't know what you are, I don't get you. We're awesome, that's what we are. Gina's taken herself off to the back of her cell. She'd never admit to it, but I hope she's feeling relieved. That turned out alright in the end, I think. He's barking again. Finn's barking. He's got a thing to think about. Whoever's hiding there, show yourself at once. It's Mr. Sholmes. Eavesdropping is a hide of the cowardice. It's Mr. Sholmes. I gotta mute my mic because he's going crazy. Someone else is in the shadows. I can sense somebody who wasn't here before. What? It's Mr. Sholmes. I guarantee it. He's gonna come out from the corner. Blimey, you're sharp, eh? Oh, it's you. I hate this guy. He's back again.
Suppose you're using one of those mystic Japanese arts like the art of stealth I've heard so much about.
If anyone was being stealthy, it was you, Inspector. You freak. Grigsy!
Oh dear me, I'm not terribly sorry. I am most terribly sorry, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you.
How long is it that you've been listening in on our conversation?
Good grief, listening in. No. I just got word that there were some visitors who were refusing to leave, even though it was after hours.
Oh, is it?
I assure you, your ladyship, I only just arrived this very minute, not a moment earlier. That's all it is, nothing untoward, nothing at all.
After hours? Is it that late already?
So then, I'll humbly excuse myself now, your ladyship. Ta-da, toodaloo, cheerio, all the best, bye-bye and bye.
There's a lot of farewells, and not one of them appropriate to her ladyship. Oh, but I wanted to have a chat.
I'm terribly sorry, but time is pressing at the moment.
Oh, I see. That's a shame.
If I don't get this emergency at the Supreme Court deal with Sharpish, Lord Strongheart will, well...
Emergency?
Lord Strongheart? Nothing, forget I said anything. Anyway, I'm off.
Alright, Gregsy. If you have to, we'll just chat soon.
Delighted, charmed, can't wait, if you please, my pleasure.
That's a lot of pleasantries, and not one of them sounded sincere. This guy's only using this poor little girl just so he can get good things written in her books. That's messed up. He's so funny. He says so silly things. Certainly entertaining to see an inspector of the police fawning to a 10-year-old girl. But anyways, I wonder what this emergency is at the Supreme Court. Bust into the court clerk's office now before it closes. Yep, alright. Thank you, Mrs. Sato. Kindly escort Iris home now, Mr. Naruhodo. I shall meet you there later. Okay, fine. I will. And so our investigation came to an end. Sato-san went to file the necessary papers for my defense of Gina in the following day. And then it hit me. Boom! Ow! Ah! Why does this close on... Why does this... Whatever. I was gonna say, why does this door close automatically, and it was gonna be really funny. Then it hit me. I could no longer suppress the wretched feeling that had been gnawing at me. And my insides, too. Tomorrow, Susato-san would be leaving. Leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan. Bad joke? No, it was good.
16th of April, 11:38 p.m. Naruhodo's legal consultancy.
Why does nobody have that voice? How have I given nobody that voice yet? Also, there's a new Mario 64 120-star record. Yeah, I'm glad you heard about it, because that was me. Can you imagine? 1 out of 10 joke for the door hitting joke? No, it's a bit better than that, I think. Naruhodo-san, it's been a very trying day, hasn't it? I do hope you're not too exhausted. She better be here for the trial. I hope she stays for the trial, because I don't want her to believe in the Lord's words, because he's definitely lying. I wouldn't even get sub 3 hours for... No, I wouldn't even get sub, like, a day. It would take me hours to do 120 stars. There's no way. I could barely do 60. Or 70, or however many I got. What about you, Susato-san? Today has been even more trying for you, I'm sure. Mr. Sholmes was shot right before her eyes, Gina was arrested, all on the back of the news that her father has fallen ill, and that she must return to Japan at once. I hope your father recovers soon. He's not sick. Thank you for your kind words. I wonder why it is that so many thoughts rage in my head like a storm. It's because your dad's not sick, and yet I seem unable to find the words to express any of them. I know exactly what you mean. Anyway, I have one final task complete as your judicial assistant. Once that is done, I shall make preparations for my departure tomorrow. One final task? Let's get out of here. I can't leave. Just go downstairs, get like a cup of tea. Alright, what's up?
It's just 2 months since we arrived in London, but we've managed to establish this office. It was finally feeling as though we were settling in. I would be lying if I said I felt no regret. I'm so sorry, Sasato-san. It's just so sudden. I really don't know what to think. I've had no time to gather my thoughts. I know I've only been here for a short time, but in my limited experience of the courtroom, I feel I've learned something. And what would that be? It seems to me there are many facets to people's personalities. Facets? And like a jewel, the light plays off of them into complex patterns, illuminating their actions and their motives. But we only see a small number of the total facets. And what is illuminated is only a part of the whole story. Did you read a poetry book? You should be reading your legal books instead of your poetry. Like, you suck. So mean to myself. What lies in the shadows? What are those facets we cannot see what it look like? Perhaps there are some parts we'll never lay eyes on for as long as we live. That's so true. That's so deep. Sometimes I feel as though I'm blind to so much. But I keep hoping that one day it'll all become clear. That all the facets will be illuminated and I'll finally understand how everything fits together. Naruhodo-san. I suppose what matters is that we keep our eyes open and keep moving forward until our clients are let off the hook. Even if the way seems dark sometimes. It's amazing to think it's been 2 months. Just 2 months. You've grown so much.
Sorry, I've what?
Oh, no, it was nothing. It was unimportant. Thanks. It is unimportant. You don't need to grow up. I'm not gonna grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Do you know what time you will leave London in the morning? After the trial. Yes, I picked up my ticket earlier. I should be leaving here at 4 a.m. That's so soon. I see. Well, I'll escort you to the station. Absolutely not. Sorry. I'm sure you realize why I couldn't possibly let you do that. You have a very important day ahead of you tomorrow. Gina's trial. Yeah, I know, but every word you utter will have the potential to determine Gina's fate. You must get as much rest as possible, even though, like me, I'm sure you will find it hard to sleep. But please, for me, do try. Alright, what is the one final task? You mentioned one final task a moment ago. What did you mean? Oh my, I nearly forgot! Please, I want you to have this. What is that? Some huge bundle of documents? That's the diary! That's Kazuma's diary! It's my notes from the case 2 months ago. The murder that was committed on the omnibus. Oh, wait, no. Oh, that's gonna be huge, actually. That's huge! That's huge! The Gilded case. It seems to me that this case... I just made a... It seems to me that the case of Mr. Winterbank's murder, of which Gina is accused, is very much tied up with that of the omnibus case, in which ways that are not yet completely apparent. So I took the liberty of consolidating my writings about the case for you. With everything else she's had to think about, Susato-san's really still managed to do this, and all neatly laid out for me in her beautiful handwriting. It was my pleasure. I can only hope that it will bolster your case tomorrow for Gina. Thank you so much, Susato-san. I'll do my best to use it wisely. You really are the best judicial assistant in the world. Well, that's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry to say that I've been a complete failure. Sorry? I didn't quite catch what you said there. Oh! Ignore me. I was just mumbling to myself. Oh. Okay. The McGilded case notes have been entered into the court record. Very, very helpful. That is going to be some crucial evidence. Well, it's getting rather late. Let's actually see this. Case summary. The victim found deceased in the last scheduled omnibus day after a stab wound. McGilded, Baron by Deeks, me, eyewitness testimony for surprise, fourth witness testimony was only acquittal due to yeah. Cool. Not as much as I thought, but, you know, it is the gist of it, so it'll still help. It's getting rather late. I think you should go to bed now, Naruhodo-san. Must finish packing up my things in my room. Susato-san, I wish you the very best of luck tomorrow. Good night. Wait, there's something I need to say. Yo! What was that? A secret technique of mine. The Susato shutdown. Shutdown? Please, I implore you. If we have to voice our goodbyes, do it from the floor. I won't be able to hold back my tears.
Aww. I hate this Lord Justice guy, because he's 100% lying about all of this.
Susato-san.
Because how convenient is it that she has to go back during the trial of Magnus McGilded? Well, not of it's completely related to Magnus McGilded. And for the actual trial of Magnus McGilded, he was like the Lord Justice man. He was like, no, don't worry, you'll win this trial. You're gonna get a non-guilty verdict. There's nothing is telling me to trust that guy at all. He's like, I can't wait until his evil side comes out and we finally shut him down. It truly had been a trying day. On our feet for hours, getting Gina to open to us, and learning the truth about that nemesis of a case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted, and yet the idea of sleep seemed impossible. But I forced myself to close my eyes, and as a cacophony of senses of our lives here in London played through my mind, eventually, my fatigue triumphed, and I fell into a deep sleep. '17th of April, the small hours, St. Sinner's Hospital, Ward 3. Yes, I quite understand. That is a great way off my mind. Hey, how's it going, man? How's your bullet wound? Rest assured, I shall put everything in place exactly as we have discussed. Thank you so much. It has been an honor and a pleasure to be acquainted with you, Mr. Sholmes. On the contrary, the pleasure has been mine. I bid you farewell, and Godspeed. My dear madam. Man. Well, now Sholmes knows something about her that we don't know. I don't know what. Could have just been saying goodbye, but I think it's something more than that. Man. It's getting real.